Alright guys, by way of introduction, this is my old backyard. I have filmed here a few times. And last year I learned a few things about post-cold front. There seems to be a little warm water outlet right over yonder. And this place would stack up on this bank right here right after a cold front. I'm kind of like really into throwing this little Rapala right now, so I'm just gonna throw it past this pipe a couple of times, and then I'll probably cut off the camera if I don't catch anything, and switch to a little white jig. I don't know if that was hitting the pipe or if that was fish. I don't see any. That might have been bumping the pipe. That might have been bumping the pipe. Alright, let's look at these hooks. I don't have anything seriously bent out. Drag is sufficiently light. Yeah, if I hook anything, I'm really gonna have to worry about those pipes. Oh, that is fish right there. And it behaved and came away from the pipes. Okay, good. Alright, I don't want to horse this fish because those little hooks bend out so easy. This is a little J6 Rapala X-Wrap. I still don't know how big this fish is. It might not be that big. I'm just playing it on a very light line and very small hooks. Yeah, it's a normal. She's a couple of pounds. Alright, it's a great way to start a video. Alright, very cool. Let's take a picture first. If she'll behave just for a second, that's a great little picture there. Alright. Very nice. Now, no treble hooks in my fingers. I think I had one hook in her, but it was solid in the lip, so that was a good, well played. All right, let's just say hi to the camera. All right, got that away. All right, say hi to the camera. It's a nice chunky fish. I mean, she's fat. I don't think we can say we're pre-spawn yet. It is January 5th. I don't think we'll really see any bedding until the second or third week of February, but man, these fish certainly have some weight on them. Let's just go slow. Okay, that's another good fish. He's just a shade smaller than the first one. All right. What am I looking for? Let's close that. Let's grab these. All right, now there's no treble hooks in my fingers. Look at that, one hook again. Let's try not to get more of them in her. There we go. All right, honey bunch. There you go. Another little chunk. It's a pretty fish. All right, there we go. Come on. All right. All right, so I haven't switched over to the little white jig yet. Pretty happy how this is going down. All right, so we're about to duplicate the same scenario where I just caught those first two. I've only missed one hit since then. I've walked a considerable piece. We haven't seen any action, but you see right there, there is another set of pipes. So, time to run the pipes. Well, you know, once again, almost like we know what we're doing. Don't get in the weeds, don't get under the pipes. Oh, that's a big fish. All right. Yeah, I think that's the biggest of the three so far. Come on. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Where's that? Let's put this into play. Ow. Don't you do it. I just need one pick. Where's the camera? All right. Let's go. Got him. All right, buddy. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna walk you right over here. And all right. Good fish. All right, so I probably walked 500 yards without a hit, got to a set of pipes, made one cast and hooked up. So you see what it's all about. Those pipes, they They sit up under this land bank. Sun beats on the ground, heats it up, transmits the heat to the water, and they just lay right next to the pipe. Well, we might have only gotten one off of it, but that was pretty good. Big old fish might have been sitting there by himself, or he might have raised such a fuss that nothing else is going to eat. Alright, we'll give it 20 minutes. Now, alright, so we got about 50% battery left. I'm going to fish on my way back. I just switched to the little white jig. You guys have seen the 3 fish I caught on the Rapala. I haven't left these pipes. I just thought I'd retie before I left and just fish this area a little differently. We are post cold front. Fish are definitely lethargic, so really getting them to chase a minnow lure might be asking a lot. So I thought I'd slow roll it, and we got one right away. Get away from the pipe, buddy. Okay. So I just cast that, here's a little one, but you guys saw me. I just cast those pipes repeatedly without a hit. And the first time I cast a jig, we got another fish. So hey baby, not big, but he's a gamer. Fish is probably about a pound, probably from last year's spawn. All right, let's go. Let's see, let's go. All right, well, that was encouraging. I'm gonna run the length real slow. Let's just crawl it and see what happens. Like I said, we are post cold front. Nights are still in the 50s. We did have 3 nights in the 40s. There's another fish on the pipes. I don't know if this one is bigger, but he's acting like he wants to tussle. I still have the drag real light from when I was using that Rapala. Well, that's a decent fish. Let's get out of the weeds and keep your head up, baby. All right. Yeah, that's a real decent fish. So, you guys saw I caught one with the Rapala. Then I repeatedly cast those pipes with the Rapala, nothing. And then 2 fish in a row on 2 casts with the jig. So You know, think about your approach, think about the conditions, think about the speed you're retrieving on. All of that really makes a difference. Now he kind of, I took a minute to tie on and then he freaking destroyed my jig, so we might take another minute here in a second. All right, so you saw me. Oop, I just snagged myself. All right, that is gonna break that jig off. All right, pause for the cause. We are retied, same little white jig. So 2 hits in a row, 2 fish in a row. I think that's 5 fish by my count. I got to get over that little snag right there, and then let's drop it in. All right, there we go. So you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I pulled 2 fish off that first pipe with a Rapala and then nothing. And you guys see what just happened. I think I'm headed back over there with the jig. Oh, whoa. Holy tic-tac. I just got smoked. Nice little largemouth. All right. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Chong. All right, guys, it's about that time. All right, so the theory was we caught a couple with the Rapala. We didn't catch much else after the first couple of fish, but we just did the same thing on another pipe. And we came back with a jig just a couple of seconds later and hooked them up. Okay, nothing on that pass. Well, it paid off at least once. Well, was diminishing returns because they got progressively smaller, but this pipe is known for some big ones, so not giving up. Let's see what we got going on here. I think it's okay. I just heard another hit somewhere. Peck. There's another one. God, I don't know how big that fish is. He's under the pipe. Nope, he came this way. Okay. Nope, not a big one. Like I said, I think we're getting diminishing returns. They're getting smaller, but you know, getting bites, so. What did I count over there? I counted 5 there. Well, 2 here, 3 there, 2 more here. I think that's 7. And I don't think I'm counting the little baby, which theoretically would be 8. Now, I actually had several bumps on that cast on this side. That fish hit it like right before we were about to lift it up out of the water. So let's see if we can get one of those that's a little deeper. That might be bigger fish that's out there a little deeper. All right, we're on bottom. Boy, he wanted to go. I just walked him right away from the pipe. That's a good one. All right, we're counting all of them. This is 9. Let me get a picture of one with the jig. That's a pretty fish. All right. All right, so we got out there deeper and we caught a nice one. That's not the biggest one we caught today, but that's a nice fish. All right, buddy. 1, 2, 3, go. You're plenty live. Choom. Looking good. All right. I think I'm going to leave them alone on the pipe. That's what I'm talking about. 10 peacock, 1 largemouth, and a catfish. Alright, so that was pretty fun. I think that was 10 peacocks, 1 largemouth. Got 1 good peacock off camera. I think that made 11. Just battery died right at an unfortunate moment. But anyway, it was really great to get out and fish for an afternoon. I haven't done that for a long time. My son is down and he sent the old man out fishing, and he took care of my responsibilities for an hour or two. So thanks to him, and appreciate all of y'all. Happy New Year's, everybody. I am just a small content creator. I'm just working as hard as I can to make some good videos for y'all. So please like and subscribe and leave some comments and share with your friends. All right, talk to you guys next time. Peace.